A set of exponential equations is shown. Drag all the functions that model exponential decay into the box. I know that I taught you guys about exponential decay. Let's go down to Desmos and let me review with you exponential growth and decay. Exponential growth is something like 2 to the x power. 2 to the x power will grow exponentially. Whenever you have an x in the exponent, that's talking about to the, an exponential growth. What governs whether or not this thing is growth or decay is not the x, but it's the number in front. And it's also not the fact that the number might be zero or negative. Why doesn't that graph that for me? Okay. It's not governed by the fact that that number could be negative. That is not exponential decay. This is more exponential growth negatively. What governs whether or not this thing is exponential growth or exponential decay, I'll show you, is if the number that the x is acting upon is a number smaller than 1. It's a fraction. So what I would do, if I were you, is I would look at each of these. Obviously, this number, the 0.99, that is smaller than 1. So what is that graph representing? It's representing exponential decay. Now, it's not very fast exponential decay because 0.99 is a very small number. But obviously, you can see if I zoom way, way out, it's exponential decay. Are we cool? And you do have this graphing calculator on your thing, so I don't know why I'm using this calculator. Clear. All right. What's the next exponential decay function? All right, here's what I would do at this point, is I would say, like, here, let me show you. 1.27, I'm going to do this last one on the top right-hand side. To the 0.3x is the same as 1.27, that's a terrible 7, to the 0.3 to the x. And I can use my calculator to figure out what that number is. What is, Mr. Calculator, let me go back to a scientific, what is 1.27 caret 0.3 power? That is 1.074 to the x power. Now if I graph that, I know that that's not going to be exponential decay. That's going to be exponential growth. Why is that? Well, because I'm dealing with a number bigger than 1. If it's smaller than 1, it's going to be exponential decay. If it's bigger than 1, it's going to be exponential growth. If it's equal to 1, it's going to be a straight line. Because 1 squared is 1, and 1 cubed is 1, and 1/4 is 1, and 1/5 is 1, and so on and so forth all the way through. So this 1 is kind of this tipping point. So all you got to do is use your calculator to figure out which of these numbers is smaller than 1. Now, it has to be the number that the x is acting on. So, like for this one right here, 0.89, 1.02 to the x, really all you're going to look at is the number out in front here. This number over here, remember what that does? All that does is it will change where this thing crosses, but it won't change the shape of the graph. It will change the shape of the graph, but it won't really change whether or not this is experiencing growth or decay. So this one's out. The only other things I haven't checked is what is 1.01 to the what is 1.01, let me go back here, to the 1 over 0.1. I'm going to check the bottom one. All right, Mr. Calculator, what is 1.01 caret parentheses 1 divided by 0.1? Oh, 1.1046. So that's not smaller than 1. That's not a good one to choose. Let's see. What else ones do I want to choose? Okay, let's see. What else? Which ones else do I want? Well, let's try this. 0.86 to the 1 over 1.3. Okay, so that would be clear 0.86 caret parentheses 1 divided by 0.3. Those parentheses equals. Ah, that is exponential decay. Awesome. Let me think, though. They're saying one of them is exponential decay, and it's tripping me out. Because I'm wondering, why is that exponential decay? They're saying this one in the middle is exponential decay. 0.99, 0.12 to the x power. The answer is, why is that? Oh, of course. Of course. Because 0.12 is way smaller than 1. Duh. Duh. So yeah, of course that's exponential decay. So I'm just looking for when the x is acting on a number that's smaller than 1. 0.12 is very much smaller than 1. This comes out to be, what was that answer? It was 0.86 divided by 0.86 divided, or no, caret 1 divided by 0.3, close caret. That was 0.64, so that's smaller than 1, and also 0.99 smaller than 1. So this is the three I would choose. I would choose 0.99 to the x power. That's one of them. The other one is 0.99 times 1 point, or not, 0.12 to the x power, and also 0.86 to x over 0.3. These are my three answers. All right, cool.